Welcome to Simple Stocks Evening Futures video. Let's take a quick look at the charts and focus on what may potentially happen in a short-term time frame and discuss the levels of interest. Stay tuned. Let's look at the ES, and thank goodness for this predictive harmonic pattern where in the live stream on Friday we were able to target this level and cover our short positions right at this exact moment. So what a great tool and simple to use to try and figure out a bottom. Anyway, so typically what happens is we get a retracement and short-term levels. Okay, this is a 4-hour demand zone right here at 43.23 down to 43.05. So right now on the 15-minute we're bearish. So resistance at 43.76. We have to clear 43.76. So right now we're kind of opening futures in a no man's land, kind of looking for a bounce here up into this upper range, but we'll only know once we hold this low and we clear 43.77. So there is a potential trade, but we want to see these lower highs hold right here. So for example, we want to see this level hold 43.46 and potentially move back up and start retracing some of this 15-minute bearishness. But it will take a candle close over 43.77 on the 15-minute. Otherwise, there is a supply zone if we break down a little bit further. So there could be a formation to the downside off of 43.41, work our way down. We'll keep an eye on the evening futures and post comments in the Discord channel. The NQ is in a similar situation, except it's a little bit more bullish on the 4-hour. We have a demand zone here on the 4-hour at 14.980 to 15.040, which I expect to hold or see some area of interest down in this area for buyers and shorts to cover. Right now, we are bearish on this timeline, but the minute we can get flip back bullish over 15,200, we could actually start working our way up towards the top here, back towards the 15,350 area. So this is not as bad as the ES, meaning that it really hasn't broken the 4-hour uptrend. So I'm a little bit more optimistic here, but let's see what happens on the futures. We obviously want to hold this low of 15,060. Then we could probably target into this zone for a potential trade. And once again, look at the futures Discord channel. There might be some ideas, trades posted, provided it happens within normal hours. The Russell is actually worse. Now, the Russell, believe it or not, going back to 2022 is in a range. Everything is bearish about the Russell right now. We are in a range, though, and 1640 is the bottom of that range going back to 2022. So we are, if we're going to start failing on a bigger time frame, we're going to go from the top of that range potentially to the, start working our way down to the bottom of that range and find some support. So right here you see 1755 is the biggest level that we have to crack. But right now I can also move this down to 1737, 1738 to see if there's any strength to move back and at least retrace this level of 1755. Like I said, this is one of the more bearish charts on a bigger time frame. So my zone would be all the way, just making lower lows and lower highs on the 15-minute, approaching that blue line, which is roughly at 1640. Oil is looking good. We've had a nice move off the lows, and I would look for buyers here at 85.77. I'm actually looking for oil to come to this $89 area. Okay, so clearing a pullback into 85.64, I think, is a dip buy to potentially go up to 89. Okay, this is starting to move in an upward direction and reverse the 4-hour trend. So once again, I'm going to draw this zone right here. This is an area where you can look to get long for a trade to 89 if we come back into this area of 85.50. We might just go straight to it. I would expect 88 area off the open, but we're going to have to watch that a little bit more closer. Gold with a tremendous move. We do have resistance up in this zone right here, 1946. I don't know why I don't have it marked off, and also at 1964. We're still bearish on the 4-hour, so I doubt highly that we're just going to rip through it. But you know, anything is possible. I recommended in the live room on Friday for, you know, just trail. If you're long gold, just trail it, because there is potential to squeeze these guys up in these levels, and that's what actually happened on Friday. So I would, you know, because you know, a lot of people say, should I get out? I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe we can go higher. If we get a pull back into this 1920 area, that would be something I'd be looking to buy the dip and target 1960. Silver, same thing. Silver has a zone here of 2325 to 2375 where there should be sellers in this area, and I do believe it wants to go into this area. Like gold's chart, a little bit less radical of a move, but to see them base here at 2257 to come and target this 2325 is something I like as well. This would be the area, if I'm not in this trade, I look to try and get a trade to 2328. If you want to build a position early, just nibble and work your way into that zone. All right, guys, that's it for today.